So, we're gonna talk about another SPAC, this time the biggest SPAC. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, I got the clothing line to prove that fact, and today we are speaking about Pershing Square Tontine Holdings, Bill Ackman SPAC, who back in July announced a $4 billion initial public offering, but it is actually going to be in the realms of a $5 to $7 billion blank check company. Now, if you're not too familiar with SPACs, just understand that this is absolutely huge, my friends, and it's going to be different to most SPACs for a few different reasons. One more thing I want to say from the start is that when you're investing in this company, you're not investing in who they're going to be merging with yet, because we don't know who that's going to be. You're investing in this man right here primarily, Bill Ackman. So what we're going to do in today's video is have a look at some of his history, some of his past trades, and you are also investing in this team right here, who again will have been appointed by Bill Ackman. Primarily these four. So that's what we're going to speak about in today's video. We're going to speak about the amount of money these guys are going to have. We're going to speak about what kind of company they may be investing in, and why it's exciting, and why it's very different to most SPACs. We're going to try and decipher, should we be investing our money in this man right here before we know who the target is? So my friends, right before we get into the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? It really helps me out. Please drop me a comment down below. I'm interested, how many of you guys got into these guys so far? And please, if you are already new around here, my friend, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family. Now guys, I know it says right here that it's $25.64 a share, so you're probably thinking, wow, it's already gone up 150%, because usually SPACs are $10. But no, this offering was at $20 a share, so they've actually only gone up about 25%. But before we get more into that, if you're interested, please hit that first link in the description and sign up to my private Discord group. You will get access to my buy and sell alerts, over 40 private channels. You will get to chat with more than 500 investors every single day. It's an awesome community. And if that's not for you and you just want some free stocks, hit the second link in the description, sign up to Webull and deposit $100. You get 4 free stocks, 2 of which are valued up to $1,600. Pretty awesome. So my friends, let's just get a better understanding of what this offering actually looks like. So July 22nd, they offered 200 million units at a price of $20 per unit. Now they also entered into a forward purchase agreement with the Pershing Square funds, and they've committed to purchase in aggregate a minimum of $1 billion of units, each consisting of 1 Class A common stock and 1/3 of 1 redeemable warrant at a price of $20 per unit. And in addition, they have the right to purchase to an additional $2 billion worth of units. So essentially it's going to be worth a minimum of $5 billion this SPAC, upwards of $7 billion. I assume this will depend on what company they decide they want to work with. So who are they going to work with? Who do they want to work with? They intend to merge with one private company and take it public through a transaction in which our stockholders will own a minority interest in the newly public company. This is one of the first things I think you need to understand about this SPAC right here. This is not normal. Oftentimes SPACs will go public, they have 200 to 400 million. Now obviously some of them will be higher, some of them will be lower. None of them really have touched off of $5 to $7 billion. So a lot of the companies who go public via a SPAC, okay, very small companies. Maybe they're just trying to ramp up production. Some of them will even still be in the R&D phase of their business. That's not what Bill Ackman wants from his SPAC. He said in the past they're eyeing mature unicorns and high quality venture backed businesses as takeover targets. Before we thought they may have been looking at Palantir or even Airbnb. Now both of them ended up not being the target, or else a deal was never made, but they're the kind of companies, they're the kind of mature unicorns they're looking for. The SPAC aims to take a minority stake in a company worth between $10 billion to $15 billion. That's much larger than the average company who goes public via a SPAC. So this is not your traditional SPAC. This isn't necessarily going to be investing in a small cap company. It's more than likely not going to run up 400% in a week as we see sometimes. Now who knows what's going to happen, but yeah, I just want you guys to be aware of that. So that's kind of what we really know. Okay, it's going to be worth between $5 and $7 billion, and they're going to be looking for a relatively mature unicorn company similar to Palantir or to Airbnb. Now why an awful lot of people really like Bill Ackman right now is because of a headline like this. Bill Ackman turned a $27 million bet into $2.6 billion in a genius investment. He essentially shorted the market. He bet on the Roni crashing the market down, and he made a whole lot of money because of it. So I mean, this is what a lot of people will know him for now, was this incredible trade here. So we should understand a little bit more about his history. Now what I will say is, incredible investor right off the bat. Investopedia has this great page here, makes it really easy for us to research Bill Ackman's greatest hits and misses. Now this one here will go down in the history books. That was absolutely incredible. So one of his biggest successes came before he found Pershing. in 2002. Made a whole lot of money on Municipal Bond Insurance Association. Wendy's, everybody's gonna know who they are. So he exited out of there at the tops, right? General Growth Properties, he got a $1.6 billion return on a $60 million investment. Now, he's also had some very considerable misses. Valiant Pharmaceuticals International, okay, March 13, 2017, so not a particularly long time ago, reported they took a loss of about $3 billion in total. Target Corporation as well lost a whole lot of money in Target. And potentially the worst thing he's known for is Herbalife. So essentially he entered a short position worth $1 billion all the way back in 2012. Herbalife's share plunged around 60%, but the company had proven remarkably resilient and has rebounded to its pre-short levels, thus costing Ackman millions in borrowing fees and paper losses. And then as of February 28, 2018, he exited the position. Now guys, every investor, okay, is going to have big wins and big losses. I mean, if you think people on YouTube are only going to have big wins, look at every real big investor ever. They have huge losses worth billions and billions. But fact of the matter is, sometimes this man hits some really nice investments. And that is the primary thing you're investing in right now with this company. You are investing in Bill Ackman and his ability to negotiate and to find a mature unicorn to invest in, essentially. Now, some of the board members, okay, it's not just Bill Ackman, of course. We have Lisa Gersh, okay, co-founded a company called Oxygen in 1999 and remained its president and COO until the company sailed to NBC in 2007 for nearly $1 billion. Now, of course, there is more to it than that, but I don't want to just go through a deep dive on each of the board directors, but I advise that you do. Michael Ovitz co-founded Creative Arts Agency in 74 and serves as chairman until 95. He grew that agency from a startup to the world's leading talent agency, representing more than 1,000 of the most notable actors, directors, musicians, screenwriters, and other personalities in the entertainment industry. In 2010, he founded the venture capital fund Broadbeach Ventures, a portfolio of over 30 companies, and he's been a senior advisor to Palantir Technologies for over 10 years. Jacqueline serves as the head of Square Capital LLC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Square Inc., which focuses on facilitating small business credit to businesses which have been locked out of traditional sources of capital. She spent 7 years at Goldman Sachs in mergers and acquisitions, and she served on the board of directors at Alibaba Group Holdings Limited, China's largest mobile commerce company. And Joseph Steinberg, from January 79 till March 2013, served as president of Leucadian National Corp, now Jefferies Financial Group. Simply put, guys, looks like an absolutely fantastic board, and we have Bill Ackman. We also see this, a billionaire investor dubbed the next Warren Buffett, largely because he's into value investing, just revealed a $400 million bet on Bill Ackman's SPAC. His hedge fund disclosed in a regulatory filing that it held a $400 million stake in the SPAC. And there is quite a considerable amount of institutional ownership as of right now anyway. So guys, remember I made a video on VGAC quite recently, and I actually ended up investing into them. And this is a similar story, okay? We're a blank check company and we don't have a merger target. So essentially, you're betting on the management team. I got into these guys at $10.60 a share, okay? Essentially, the floor for this company is $10 a share. So I bought 300 shares. I can lose a maximum of 60 cents a share as of right now. And you know, it also means that if they decide to merge with a company I don't like, still, the maximum risk essentially I carry is 60 cents a share, as long as I sell before the merger goes through. With these guys, okay, there currently is a $5.64, it'll obviously be different when you see this video, risk per share. It's closer to $6, so let's even say there is still $6 risk per share. One of the reasons I found it easy to invest in VGAC was because there was very low downside, whereas now there is pretty much a 25% downside and you don't know who the merger target is. Now with that being said, I would say honestly, I have a lot of confidence in this team. The amount of experience they have, it all just merges in together. It looks exciting and it looks like, in my opinion, it's going to be a massive success. Now, I have not opened up a position as of yet. I know a whole lot of people have, and you know, it's been trading nicely up. I mean, it's been around for a long time now, but I have just prioritized getting my money elsewhere. With that being said, I do see myself opening a position relatively soon. I'll probably buy somewhere in the realms of between 100 to 150 shares in the company. This one to me is still a little bit scarier than VGAC just because the downside is, it's decent. And if I buy 150 shares and there ends up being a $6 downside, you know, that's still a considerable loss. But there is a whole lot of upside, I will put it that way, my friends. But there we have it, guys. That's my video on PSTH. I know a lot of you guys were asking for it. I kind of put it off for a while because I didn't have too much to say, but hopefully hopefully I was able to give you some insight and some value regardless. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and of course, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that helps me out so much. If you are interested in joining the private Discord group, hit that first link in the description, sign up to Patreon. It's that simple. It really is an awesome community. And if you want your 4 free stocks, 2 of which are valued up to $1,600, hit the second link in the description, sign up to Webull, deposit $100. It's that simple, my friends. With all that being said, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.